Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. In today's episode, which I believe is going to be an important one, we're going to see how if we peel off 6 layers off from insomnia, it disappears. Super excited to have you back, and a special shout out to Pexi, who kind of inspired me to do this episode. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I think it's a really good one for 2 reasons. One, there's going to be a lot of practical, kind of brief but practical tips here. And secondly, I've struggled for a long time with how to word myself, or what wording to use when talking about how you get past insomnia or move past it. Initially, like many others, I talked in terms of like getting overcoming insomnia, which kind of suggests that there's a struggle there. You often hear of like my battle with insomnia. You have to like crush insomnia, which really suggests that it's like a struggle, or cure insomnia, which suggests that it's a disease. None of those are true. In fact, it's really, really important not to have that struggle. Like when you back off from the struggle, that's when you really get better. And one thing I want to illustrate here is how insomnia, in fact, disappears. That's more true, I feel, than actually getting past or getting beyond, like moving past, getting over, etc. But we'll get to that in a second. So let's just start with this. A little, I call it a babushka doll, but just kind of like a model here. And like, let's imagine that this represents insomnia, trouble sleeping here. And we're going to peel off several layers. And we're going to start with a big one, which is the belief that the insomnia is caused by something is wrong. There's something wrong with the way my brain is wired. My sleep switch is faulty. I have some abnormal hormonal thing going on, and that's what causes my insomnia. That belief is so harmful because it leads you in that direction of like trying to figure out what's wrong, like reading up, Googling, talking to people, searching, and that search, it just keeps fueling the insomnia. It just keeps it going. So really, for somebody that believes that there's something inherently wrong with my brain, the first step is to peel that layer off, So we're going to peel that layer off. So this is like, when we peel this layer off, it is like, saying, I realize that there is nothing physically kind of wrong in my brain that is causing my insomnia. That is a huge step forward. Now, we're going to look at the second step, which I also believe is really important, which is, okay, there's no like my sleep. It's not my sleep switch or my sleep system in my brain is not broken, but my insomnia is different from everybody else's. That same thing, when we believe that the insomnia that we have is really different from everybody else's, it also leads us down the path of looking for kind of a unique, special solution. And we also are led to believe that, my insomnia is different. So what's been helpful to others, like the techniques I always talk about here, the cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia techniques, are not going to work for me. That really hinders people from, getting better. So let's peel off that layer. Let's say somebody's realized, what, I hear from so many people that have similar problems to myself that I probably have more typical insomnia. It's probably similar to those that other people have. So we peel off that second layer of, thinking that your insomnia is really unique and special. Now, let's peel off a third layer, and I have to look at my cheat sheet here. Oh yeah, a big one too. A lot of people have insomnia because of like health/sleep anxiety. Health anxiety is when you believe that not sleeping is having a big negative impact on my health. And sleep anxiety is is like the thought of like, I have to get sleep, otherwise I just cannot function. And the way you peel off those layers is like, when it comes to like the health anxiety, is just educating yourself that actually there is no evidence that short sleep or insomnia causes any sleep health problems. A lot of associations out there, but as I like to point out, cigarettes having ashtrays at home is linked to COPD, but the ashtrays are not causing it. Similarly, you'll never find a reputable source that says insomnia causes this. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all like associations. Nobody has proven anything there. So that's a bit, so that, peeling off that layer is like, okay, there's actually no proof that insomnia causes any health issues. That can take a lot of pressure out. That's a big one. And with the sleep anxiety, that's a tricky one, harder one to peel off. But I think the way to do that is explore evidence to say like, okay, actually that day I didn't sleep well, but I functioned pretty good. Or the opposite, like I didn't sleep good that night, but I did good during the day. Like everything does not hinge upon sleep. Taking sleep off of that pedestal, super important. So let's peel off this layer, that kind of combined layer of health anxiety and sleep anxiety. So we peel those off. And then we're going to look at the next layer, which is, another big one. I think all of them are really important. Kind of like unhealthy beliefs and rituals. Like, I have to be in bed by 9 p.m. If I don't fall asleep immediately, that's it. I'm never going to sleep. Or if I don't have my my hot tea with a little bit of milkweed in it at 10:30 p.m., I for sure not sleep. These type of beliefs can really sabotage sleep, because you have these kind of inherent beliefs that are making it almost impossible to sleep because they're so ingrained. Exploring those beliefs really important. It's kind of similar to with sleep anxiety. Try to find evidence that that's not the case. Maybe there was that time where you didn't have your milkweed and you still slept good. And once you start like exploring those beliefs, like finding cracks in the glitches in the matrix, cracks in the foundation, the whole construct can come down. And let's peel off this layer that there are rituals that you have to do, otherwise you won't sleep, and other beliefs of that nature. Let's peel off that layer. And then we get to huge one again, maladaptive behaviors. Casting the wide net, trying to sleep by spending more time in bed, going to bed early, kind of sleeping in, trying to get those naps, like really trying, wanting to get sleep. When you peeling that layer off is, spending less time in bed, avoiding naps, don't sleep in, get up at the same time every morning, stay active during the day, spend less time in bed. Let's peel off that layer of kind of maladaptive behaviors. Let's peel that off. And then we get to another layer, which is another hugely important one, which is attention. Insomnia thrives on attention. The more we think about sleep, the more we try different things, the more power insomnia gets. So peeling off this layer is shifting attention. Being like, okay, I'm going to get up at 6 and I'm going to go to bed at 11:30. Otherwise, I'm not going to think about sleep. I'm not going to Google it. I'm not going to research it. I'm going to do things I like to do. I'm going to meet my friends. I'm going to start baking. I'm going to open a restaurant. I'm going to, whatever it is, big or small, shift attention away from insomnia. And let's peel off that layer and nothing. When you peel off all those layers, there's nothing left. Insomnia does not exist anymore. It's disappeared. And I feel that is really the truth, that it's not so much, I got over my insomnia, I battled it, I cured it. I really, what I personally say, I moved past it. Not so as true as it disappears. Hope this was helpful, and that you learned something from this. As always, super grateful for comments or emails, and I will leave it there. Be back with more soon. Have a really nice rest of your day. Bye bye.